take you for a drive.
Hey, what's good, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about abs. And so let me get one thing out of the way. I don't have a strict ab routine. I kind of come here, I do abs for 5 to 10 minutes. You don't need any longer than that. Your core is trained through a lot of different things, and you're just using it to strengthen your core, obviously, with ab exercises. So another thing, guys, is you can't crunch your way to abs. You'll never do X amount of exercises and get abs, within a week, a month, or whatever. You have to be a certain body fat percentage. So the diet is key. It's the most important thing. You got to drop the weight, you got to drop body fat, and then you'll start seeing some visible abs. So if you're talking about the anatomy, you have the rectus abdominis here, then you have your obliques. All right? So what I typically like to do when I start off doing abs is I start with the hanging movement because I just feel like it's the hardest. So what I'll do is I'll start off with the rectus abdominis here. I'm just going to bend my legs and go upward. I want to focus on pivoting my hip up, activating a crunch motion. The first 30 degrees is going to be working on your hip flexor, and then the rest of it's going to be straight abs. So just pretend like this is like your hip flexor, and then there you're working core. So it's a practice, guys. Obviously, that's going to be for more of the advanced. I'll get into kind of some beginner stuff later. The next one, guys, is going to be for the obliques. Now, what I do is it's the same thing, but you pivot to the side, and you pretend that you have this sitting right here in front of you, and you can't knock it down. So you're going to pivot to the side, boom, graze over it. All right, so that's going to be 1, 2. I typically like to go to 8. Then I'll repeat that again. Another movement, guys, to get the pop in your abs, to get your abs popping, is I'll just go right here. So you can grab any bar, any handle. I'm just going to grab this because it's easy, it's accessible. What you want to do is you want to perform a weighted crunch. So you're going to get set up and crunch. Don't just feel a stretch, crunch. Don't, go like this. You really want to go slow and focus on pulling inward. So that's going to really focus on getting like a nice solid ab pop. All right. Now if we come over here, this is another good movement I really like to do a lot of the time. Highly recommend it. All you need is a bench here. And this is gonna work on a lot of like stabilization and just staying balanced. So take off my shoes here. And what it is, guys, is just in and outs with the weight. So to get warmed up, to get the motion in your head, you just practice without the weight. Hands up. You can grab the bench. The bench is going to be easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You really want to focus on extending and crunching your abs, squeezing your abs, contracting your abs when you get to the middle. Next step up from that is obviously going to be hands up. All right. And then a step up from that is going to be extending with the weight. And then a step up from that is adding more weight. I like to do 10 pounds. That's what feels good for me. Is your legs start to get tired. If you go heavier and heavier, it's going to be hard on your legs. And then the last like rep of the movement, I hold for 10. All right. The next thing, guys, we're going to focus on obliques now. So grab a weight, whatever you want. You can grab a plate. I'll actually grab a plate for this one. 25 here. And it's essentially the same thing. Lean back. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to be rotating, touching your elbow to your legs. Boom, boom, boom. rotation is going to hit the obliques, all right? So you want to extend the opposite leg and bend the other one in. All right? Easier way is going to be kind of sitting more upright. Harder way is going to be way more back. And you want to have your back straight. You want to be able to feel your hands and your abs. You want it to be straight. You don't want it to be hunched. You don't want it to be all messed up. You don't want to feel it, and you want your pelvis to be in a neutral position. All right? So after that, we're going to kind of go to the ground, kind of like the ground movements here. So, all right. So we're in the ab room. I took off my shirt so you guys can get a better look at everything. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is a plank. Now, planks are easy. You can do them at home, anywhere you are. If you freaking want to get down to like a restaurant, you could. Anyways, so first things first, guys. Obviously, there's the easiest version on your knees. All right? And what you really want to focus on with this is doing the anterior pelvic tilt. So like this. You want to tilt your pelvis like that. Just keeping it like that while you're down. That's going to contract more of your abs. So, boom, and you're going to squeeze all at the same time. Really, really going to work it. Step up from that. Boom. Step up from that. I would say is this, because you're going to be working a lot of your shoulders too. All right? Now step up from those is adding a weight. You start on your knees. All right? You go up to here. Gonna fall. All right, we'll just stay on our feet for now. So what I found, guys, is if you thrust upward like this, it's really hard. You're gonna contract a lot of your abs, and you're really gonna get a very, very good activation. All right, and then you could also work your obliques by planks, by doing the side plank. Like this. You want to make sure your body's in a straight line. And then a harder way to do that, guys, is pivoting down with the rotation. All right? See how I put my feet from like this, forward, and then you kind of rotate like that. All right? So that's a good way to hit the obliques. Another good way to hit the obliques from the ground is doing like the side crunches. So you don't have to move a lot with this, just because it's such a short range of motion here. You could just crunch up like that. They're working. All right? But when you do it, you really want to make sure you're squeezing your obliques and you're contracting them as hard as you possibly can. So, and then we'll hit the other side. All right, guys, so the next movement is going to be for the front of your abs here. Now I have this weight, and I'm going to hold on to it. Now we're going to be doing dragonflies. So what you want to do is you just want to pivot your pelvis upward and kind of focus on controlling it down. That one's going to be super hard, but it's going to focus on your lower part of your abs a lot. Another thing, guys, you could do is put your feet upward and just do crunches. You want to make sure you're getting your shoulders off the ground, though. And squeeze as hard as you can and come down super slow. So I think I covered pretty much everything I usually do while I train abs. There's also going to be some different things. So one more thing I got to show you guys, though, and it's a different part of your abs. It's not like a part of your abs where day to day you would say, oh, I need to train this, but it's going to be a certain muscle called your serratus. Now your serratus, guys, is right here. Now it looks like ribs, but it's not. It's a muscle. So I'm going to show you guys a movement how to do that. Hit that muscle. All right, so what you want to do, guys, is you want to go to this machine here, this ab machine. You can do it at home too if you have like a corner. Put your hands right there. But what you want to do is you want to come up here. You want to lift your arms upward, lean forward just a bit, and thrust up. It's not like a big range of motion, but it's just enough to where you're extending and you're really activating your serratus, which is this muscle right here. But anyways, guys, that is going to conclude this ab video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you learned something, give the video a thumbs up. Comment any questions if you have them. I'll see you guys in the next one.